Trinidad street food abounds with Indian names like sahina, aloo pie, and baghani. Trinnys, as Trinidadians call themselves, are born nibblers. Eating on the street is a way of life, and at times it seems as though everyone is munching away on a snack, sipping from a coconut, or lined up awaiting the next tidbit. Visiting a local stand, Debra treats Steve to a range of Trinidadian street food.
All right, so Steve, here we have a sahina, which is basically the callaloo. That was basically flattened, and in between there we have the split peas as a fritter. And what we've done is we've opened it up and filled it with a little bit of mango, a little mango chutney, sweet and sour with a little bit of spice, so you get a balance. This is going to be salty, and I want you to
So this is done raw, the callaloo, yeah?
And then fried.
And just fried.
It's
so
blanched. It's blanched.
Oh, it is blanched first.
Yes, so that it allows it to be pliable. And you taste a little bit of the sweetness and a little pepper of the mango.
I got more of the green and so on, and the mango.
Okay, so
but very.
Pull another piece.
PB. Very good though.
Yeah.
Now I got the mango.
Right, those sweetness that counteracts.
Nice.
Now we put a little bit. Traditionally, you put a little bit more, or you may even have a little bit of a chickpea. So you're gonna have an aloo or potato pie next with a little bit of the chana in it, so you get to see the difference. Okay.
Oh, that's excellent.
And this is called sahina.
Sahina.
Yes. Okay. This one, by the time you finish, you're gonna get full. This is an aloo pie, which is basically a light dough that is fried with potato in it. And because we also have a lot of vegetarians, to make it a complete meal, the options are for you to put it with a little bit of a chana filling, and we also put a little bit of hot sauce to give you a little kick, and the sweetness to counterbalance a little bit of mango sauce. So
they kind of customize what you ask for.
Yes, you can have the basics, but then you can also make it a complete meal, something that's
and
filling.
The potato's right in the dough.
In the base. No, it's actually
on
filled
the bottom.
in, but on the bottom. If you look right here, you'll see a little bit of potato.
That's really good too.
Yeah, nice and light.
Get a little spice.
Yes.
I don't know if that's a hot sauce. I guess that's the hot sauce.
Yes, I told you to put a little bit of the hot sauce, and then you're going to get a little sweetness with the mango. So you're kind of getting a little bit of, a little bit of sweet sour.
This is a breakfast food,
this
or
would be a breakfast or a mid-morning snack. You want something just before, and some people will probably have 2 or 3 of these, and for them, if you're not a heavy lunch person, with a nice cold beverage, and you're good to go. But it's a complete meal in the sense of having the protein if you're vegetarian. It's nice and hot, so
really nicely done.
And now we have another fritter. This is an eggplant based, or baghani, but eggplant based fritter. What she's put in it is just a little bit of hot sauce and a little bit of the sweet mango sauce, so you can get the real essence of the eggplant.
So they're filling this afterwards with the eggplant.
Yeah.
So it's
no, the eggplant is
in the fritter.
In the fritter, and then you add the various condiments and relish. So like any kind of sauce, any pepper sauce.
So it's the same dough that they're using for both. Base dough
for the fritters.
So one had potato, one had eggplant.
Right, but this is a different.
That's a different. That's
more of a
peas,
more of a lentil
liquid,
base,
right?
more of a lentil base, where this is more of a flour base.
Well, I see some in the back.
You see the
eggplant there?
Yeah.
Oh, I really like this one.
Yeah. Okay, this is doubles, which is, I would call it the official breakfast food of Trinidad and Tobago. This is a bara. So you can basically show them. Very light, fried, and basically filled with, traditionally, would be the chana. Some sort of sweet sauce or hot sauce. Could be tamarind, could be cucumber relish. We have a little pepper sauce. Some people go heavy on the pepper, some people say no pepper. But the idea is to put the next one on top. And then this is really like, just get in there and pull it.
And make a mess.
Yeah, so you gotta hold it and you gotta pull
Well,
it.
let me try this. Oh, you got to pull?
Take your hand and, there you go.
Oh, this is messy.
And
you got to train me how to eat is the problem.
And kind of, okay, I don't want to dip it in, scoop it in there and get some of that chana.
They're all really good. This had a little more sweetness.
Yes.
The dough?
It's a little bit of the sauce that she put on for you. But the chana is just kind of melts in your mouth, really nice and soft. But that's kind of like, you know, you put that and you just kind of dig in and
That's the hard part, or the hard part to get used
gotta
to.
leave for camera.
You know?
Yeah. Yes, yeah, there you go.